What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to be talking about the hype, new firearms, old firearms, and all that. But before we get started, please hit the like button, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, give me some feedback, tell me what kind of content you want to see, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what you don't like about the videos. It all helps. If you love firearms, then you're at the right channel. Help me help you guys. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen, but obviously the Springfield, actually, you know what, I do know you guys have seen. The Springfield Armory Echelon was all over the place, right? There was like a week, or even just a day, where you could not scroll through your YouTube account without seeing 40, 50 videos on it. And it's just like, how obvious do you want to make it? If I was a company, you know what I would say? I'd say you do it on the 1st. You do it on the 3rd. You drop your video on the 5th. You drop your video on the 7th. You drop your video on the 9th. You drop your video on the 11th. Not everyone drop it in 24 hours. Because here's the thing. A lot of us get annoyed by that. A lot of us are just like, okay, are you putting it out because you love guns and you love firearms and they're good firearms? Or are you putting it out simply because you're getting paid and you're getting free firearms out of it? And that's what really drives me crazy. And over here, we get no free firearms. And to be honest, that sounds bad, but at the same time, I take pride in it. I take pride in the fact that I have to work hard and bust my butt to buy my own firearms to do reviews on. If I don't like them, I can straight up tell you I don't like them. Because the reason is, I spent the money on them. I can get rid of them. I can do whatever I need to, even though I am a strong believer in not getting rid of them. But here is the positive side to all this, right? For instance, the Springfield Armory Echelon came out, right? Look what happened to the price of the Springfield Armory XDM. I saw a Springfield Armory XDM Elite for $399. Before, that firearm was about $550 to $600. All it does is take a firearm that was relevant yesterday and makes it 10 times cheaper the next day simply because another firearm came out. This is what I try to explain on this channel. Everyone's all about hype and, oh, the next best thing, and, oh, if you don't have the X macro, you're not good enough, or if you don't have... Listen to this. The XDM was $550 to $600 this day. A new pistol comes out. 24 hours later, it drops $150 to $200. Explain that to me. Right? So now we have the availability to go and buy these amazing firearms that we may have wanted, but they may have been too expensive, or, hey, the prices dropped, let's go run and grab them. And that's what we can do now. And I think that's absolutely crazy. But it is what it is, and guess who gets to take advantage of that? Us. Just like the Shields, right? That's why I have the Shields in this video. The Shield Plus is an unbelievable firearm. I love my Shield Pluses. But there's some people that live in states that can't carry the capacity a Shield Plus has. There's also people who just want the thinnest possible firearm for concealed carry, right? Or the most powerful, which would be a Shield 40 with a 357 SIG barrel with 357 SIG rounds, right? But the second the Shield Plus dropped, you can start finding these at like $250, $275, $300. Think about it. One of the most reliable firearms of all time. One of the most sold concealed carry handguns of all time. Overnight, drops $100. We are the winners at this. Yes, you have to watch all these annoying videos and blah, 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 but we are winning. So here's the thing. When you see a new drop come out, don't go out and buy the new drop. If you ever notice on this channel, let's say the FN Reflex, which is coming up on the channel, but the FN Reflex dropped a while ago, right? Notice how I didn't get it. I wait 4, 5, 6 months. I just want to make sure there's no issues. I want to make sure the one that comes off the lot is going to run for me, right? And on top of that, that's your opportunity to get all these other firearms that are cheaper. The FN Reflex came out. I think it was like $550 or something with the optics ready. Then go look at the price of the FN 503. It dropped all the way down to $400. So if you've been wanting an FN 503, a super durable tank of a firearm, super small footprint that you can just throw in your pocket at work and it can take a beating, it now is only $400 simply because that other firearm dropped. It's actually pretty unbelievable. And obviously this stuff happens with the car market and the car industry and stuff like that. But Glock 42, $400, right? You're getting Glock reliability. You're getting all this other stuff. This is one of those firearms that has sort of been forgotten, right? but that price is just right. If you're going to defend yourself and you're going to get a pocket pistol, I know all the hype is over at the LCP Max, blah, blah, blah. But when the LCP Max came out, the price of this dropped $50. So let's say you wanted Glock reliability, Glock ease, Glock compatibility, but you just didn't want to spend $450 or $500. Guess what? The LCP Max drops, boom, $399, boom, $350. I mean, absolutely awesome. So sometimes you want a firearm so bad that new hype comes out, and that sort of lowers the price. Instead of going out and buying that brand new, hyped up firearm that could potentially has issues, and a lot of times does have issues, you can go get the firearm you wanted, wait another 6 months, save up, and then get that firearm. Because that's what I do. Now, when it comes to Shield Plus, the price difference isn't too crazy, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that can't carry a Shield Plus in their state. And it just is what it is. So if I live in a state where I had mag restrictions and stuff like that, I'd want the thinnest, most concealable firearm with the most powerful, or that would be the most powerful. And that would be the Smith & Wesson 40 Shield with a 357 SIG barrel and a Mag Guts kit. You can end up with a 8+1 setup of 357 SIG if you get the longer one, or the longer magazine with the extension. Absolutely awesome, absolute beast, and you can't beat it, especially if you live in a state like that. Now, if you're wondering, this right here is a Vetter Pocket Locker holster, right? You hear all these people talk about all these holster companies, all these holster brands, all this stuff. Guys, this is the best pocket holster out there. This is the Vetter Pocket Locker, and this is the way to go. Yes, it may be bigger or have a larger footprint, but this thing is going to act just like a holster. Majority of the time, a lot of people have issues with negligent discharges and stuff like that from pocket carrying simply because of their pocket holster. They're using a soft holster. They're using a soft holster where that material over time wears in, gets in that trigger guard, you make one wrong movement, your leg moves one wrong way, boom, you're shooting yourself in the leg. That will never ever happen with these. Like I say, I always tell people, I was working one morning, I was actually furious. It was like 4:05 in the morning. I had my ladder up against a stud. I know you're supposed to have 2 points of contact, but it is what it is. I had it on a stud, and of course, that one stud that I put it on was not nailed in. Next thing you know, 6 to 8 feet in the air, I'm falling on this holster with my FN 503. Guess what happened? Nothing. I got a massive bruise from this little curve right here, but that's about it. The gun didn't go off. Nobody was injured. Nobody was hurt. And from that day forward, I was like, you know what? This is how I'm going to pocket carry. I don't care if it prints a little more. I don't care what, if it's a little thicker, a little less uncomfortable. This is the way to go. I'd rather be safe. I'd rather be alive at the end of the day. I'd rather not cause a scene. I'd rather have a good quality piece of equipment that I can live with. And that's the thing. A lot of people want to take shortcuts, right? They want to get a cheaper firearm. Like, for instance, a lot of people went with the Taurus GX4. What happened later down the line? There was a recall. They were going off by themselves. A lot of people want to go with this item. What happens down the line? It fails, right? So go with good equipment. This is your life we're talking about. We're not talking about just, oh, I carry a gun to carry a gun. Look at me, I'm carrying a gun. No, that's ridiculous. We carry guns to protect ourselves, our loved ones, some people that are going to be in need, elderly people in need. We do this because it's a hobby of ours, but at the same time, it's unlike any other hobby. It's a hobby where we can actually use our skills, our talents, our love for this hobby to protect other people, to protect ourselves, and to make it home to our children at night. And that is why you get the best of the best gear. And I'm just being honest with you guys. So, like I said, take advantage of these brand new drops, right? Don't follow the hype. Because here's the thing. Let's say we all stopped and bought the Echelon, right? You don't think the Echelon is going to be sold in 6 months? You don't think the Springfield Armory Echelon is going to be sold in a year? You don't have to run out and get it. And a lot of us just don't have the money to go out and get it. The XDM Elite, though, on the other hand, for $250 cheaper than the Echelon right now, I'm going all in. If I didn't have one right now, I would already go get one. Because $400 for the reliability, the strength, the recoil control, the fact that the XDM takes a 35 round mag and runs it flawlessly, how can you beat that? Yes, it's thicker. Yes, it's heavier. But when it comes to home defense or something like that, great firearm. So guys, don't fall into the hype. Take advantage of the hype.